Am I the whole for refusing to take my daughter to her birthday party? My 33 female daughter Cleo, 5 years old, hates pink. She has disliked the color and almost everything to do with it since she was about 3 or so. She has one pink shirt she likes and one pink stuffed animal, and that's it. My father's partner, Prue, refuses to accept that Cleo doesn't like pink. Over the years, she's made several attempts to push the color onto her. Pretty much every gift she's ever gotten her was some shade of pink, no matter how many times I tell her to stop. She has tried to give me dozens of different reasons why I should encourage my daughter to try different shades. It clearly upsets Cleo, but Prue keeps doing it. About a week ago, my father invited me, my husband, and our children for dinner at his place. He said he and Prue had a surprise for the kids. Oh. Right before we left home, my younger sister, who still lives with our father, texted me. She warned me that the surprise was actually a small birthday party Prue had planned for Cleo. That alone threw me off because my daughter's birthday was in November. My father did miss her actual birthday party due to work, but still. Also, my son turns 9 in March, so I had figured this would be the party next we'd have. Then she sent me photos of how the place was decorated, and it clearly wasn't actually meant for Cleo. Literally every piece of decor was pink. The table, the tableware, the balloons, everything. She had gotten pink banners and glued pink foil fringe curtains on the doors. Even the cake was pink. Why? Why are you so obsessed? Why does she have to like pink? You are projecting so much shit onto this little girl. Why? Why? Stop! I showed everything to my husband and we agreed not to take the kids there. I texted my father the following: hey, sister told me everything. We're not coming. We're taking the kids to McDonald's and telling them that was your surprise. You and Prue can come if you want. We're paying. We did exactly that. My father did show up without Prue. Oh. But he was cold with us and left 20 minutes after arriving. Both him and Prue are pissed. My father is angry that my husband and I dismissed his partner's heartfelt gesture. Prue also told me that I'm the reason Cleo is restrictive. I also don't like pink, and I'm raising her to be an ungrateful, spoiled brat who is unwilling to compromise. No. She's raising her daughter to be firm in setting boundaries to someone who is completely unaware at best, vindictive at worst. And to be honest, I get how I could be in the wrong here, but at the same time, this just felt like Prue trying to push something Cleo doesn't like onto her yet again. My sister and one of my brothers are on my side, though my sister did say I had been rude. My other brother is on the fence. Am I the whole? Edit. My daughter doesn't know I dislike pink, nor would I care if she did like it. It's never going to get better either. First it's pink, then it's cheer, then it's her career, then it's about motherhood. Right. Yep. Hurt people. I understand that this is what was instilled into you. Stop it. Make the buck stop at you. Top comment. Not the a-hole. You answered it well and avoided the worst. You were not rude, so much as clear that you would not let Prue manipulate you and your daughter. Your father is the weakest link here. He should be reeling in Prue's pink obsession, not encouraging it. Tell your father and Prue that there are things more important than the color pink in this world, and that if they cannot stop giving pink to your daughter, then they should stop giving, period. True. Oh my God. Yeah, let's do this one. You ready for this? You ready for this? Am I the whole for calling ski patrol on a guy after he hit my son with his skis? My son, 11 male, and I, 44 male, recently booked a trip to go skiing in Colorado. It was my son's first time skiing, but he had seen a lot of skiing videos on YouTube. He seemed really excited for the trip. We also live in Florida, so it's not the trip you can just go and do whenever you like. We are not rich. I grew up in Utah and I loved skiing when I was younger, and I would say I'm an expert on the mountain. The first day goes all good. My son really enjoyed skiing for the first time, even though he fell a lot. I made sure to be as supportive and caring as possible, even when he was struggling, because I wanted to make sure this was a fun experience. This was as fun an experience as possible for him. However, on the second day of skiing, he says he's finally ready to ski down the whole mountain, so we take the lift to the top. Luckily, there was a way to get down the mountain while only staying on green level trails, so we took that way. My son is having a blast when all of a sudden, this guy in his 20s careens into my son from behind, going on insane speeds, wiping them both out. My son immediately started crying and came running to me after he got his skis off, and once he calmed down, he ran to the lodge where my wife was, and she decided to take him to the doctor's office. I immediately confront the guy for being so reckless, and he simply says that I should have been paying better attention to my kid, and then he rode off. I'm sorry. He should have been paying attention to his kid? What do you mean? You are the one responsible for your own self? That was the final straw for me, and I called the ski patrol number in the app and told the guy the situation and what the skier was wearing, and they told me they would find him and kick him out. Later on, I saw him getting escorted out of the park by 2 ski patrol officers. When he saw me, he immediately started cursing me out and calling me a horrible dad. No, this is a great dad. I'm sorry that your dad fucking sucks, and that makes it to where you need to act out and assault young children on the beginner mountain ski trails. But this ain't no bad dad. I tried to ignore it, but now I'm second guessing myself. If I overreacted, am I the whole? No, that's so daddy. Honestly, OP, that's so daddy. That's so daddy of you. Not the whole. Green trails are specifically beginner friendly. Anyone who knows slopes would know that the path will be filled with kids and people still unsteady on their skis. I've never been on the slopes, and I know that. He definitely needed to be more mindful and should have had the decency to at least apologize for potentially seriously injuring a child. The authorities at the lodge knew he was reckless and dangerous, which is why they escorted him out. He shouldn't be there if he's going to endanger other guests, especially kids. They don't need a skiing lawsuit in the making on the grounds. Hope your son is okay and that this doesn't turn him off of skiing. You're a good parent. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Now that's daddy. I think we're ready to start doing some keywords. Am I the whole for not paying for my neighbor's child's medical bills? We got here from fossil. There's so much not in that title, right? There's a lot of implication. We bought our new house last year. When we first viewed the house, we noticed bikes and children's toys in the driveway and on the side yard. At our final walkthrough, before we signed the final documents and got the keys, we noticed kids in the driveway coloring with sidewalk chalk and riding scooters and bikes. We introduced ourselves to the kids and asked where they lived, and they pointed at the house next door. After the walkthrough, my SO and myself went to the house. The kids pointed out and introduced ourselves to the parents and let them know we were buying the house and would be moving in. We also mentioned that with the trucks coming and us moving things in and out, it was not safe to have the kids in the driveway. All was fine when we moved in. The kids didn't play in the driveway. They were still leaving toys and digging in the side yard. We went over and asked the neighbors to please have the kids clean the toys up and stop digging in the yard. The mother said that Mr. and Mrs. X, previous owners, always let the kids try and dig for fossils in the yard and laughed. We said we are not Mr. and Mrs. X and that we did not want the kids digging or playing in our yard. Then they started up with the bikes in the driveway again. We have cameras facing the front of the house and saw that they would ride in the driveway and the yard, and they were also starting to draw again with chalk. We again went over to the neighbor's house and let them know we did not want the kids playing in our driveway, our yard, or drawing on it with chalk. The neighbor again said that Mr. and Mrs. X always let them do it. And again, we explained that we were not them and we did not want them to do this. We also followed this up with a letter to the neighbors and informed that the kids were not allowed to play, dig, or draw on our property and sent it certified mail. I feel like that's a little much. Fast forward to Sunday. My significant other is in the house and I am in the garage cutting wood for some projects. I pulled my truck out of the garage so that I could work. About 20 minutes in, I hear the neighbor kids laughing in the driveway, so I went out to see what they were doing. They were riding bikes on the driveway. I told them please to not ride their bikes on the driveway and go on home. Not 5 minutes after I said that, I heard the kids again and then heard a scream. One of the kids rode his bike straight into the truck. The neighbor came out screaming at me, accusing of causing this. The other kid told her that wasn't true and the kid rode right in front of the car. My SO came out to see what the commotion was. The neighbor started screaming at SO that we would regret this. Last night, the father came to our house and said that we are responsible for the medical bills from the kid getting hurt. I told him we are not responsible, that his kids should not even be in our yard. Am I the whole for not paying the medical bills? And that's the end of the original post. There's an update though. Update. My SO and I have read every comment and decided to get proactive. We viewed the camera footage from the day of the incident, and it does show me on camera telling the kids to go home and not play on the driveway. It does show the kid riding the bike on the driveway, but unfortunately, the way the truck was parked, it did not pick up the kid riding into it. It picked up the sound, but no video. It did, however, pick up the other kid telling the mom that the kid rode into the truck. So called our homeowner's insurance company and informed them of the incident. The agent we deal with asked for us to send him copies of the certified letter and receipts and video of the incident. He says that as far as our insurance is concerned, if they do call and try to claim, they will fight it. He too suggested that we go to the police, so we went there this afternoon. We took copies of the letter and the video and showed it to the officer who took the report. He said that the neighbors have been fairly warned and they are not welcome on our property and asked if we wanted them trespassed. We said yes. The officer said that another patrol officer would go there this afternoon and speak with the family and let them know that they have been trespassed from our property. After the police left, the father went on a profanity-laced tirade in the yard, calling myself and my SO some very choice names. Again, while there is no video, it is recorded by the camera. We will be getting new cameras that show that portion of the driveway. Neighbors from hell. Yeah, I mean, we don't know how long this has been going on. This post is from 3 years ago. Like, if this is like the first reaction, I feel like it's a bit much. But if this just keeps on happening and happening and happening and happening, and your neighbors are fucking screaming at you in your own yard, telling you that you're an asshole and you have to pay for the medical bills for their kid that ran into your truck, maybe you do have to get a little petty. Because the question is no longer am I the whole for not paying for my neighbor's child's medical bills. The question is, am I the whole for going to the cops about this? If my insurance said, yeah, you should probably go file a report with the police, I would also go file a report specifically for insurance purposes. Yeah, to file a report is one thing, to have them trespassed is another. Right. I feel like is a little much. What we want to answer is, are the neighbors, are OP and the significant other assholes for trespassing these kids and involving the cops with kids being kids, when it's literally a dispute between two pairs of adults? I would have warned the neighbors about involving the police before going to the police. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, at the root of it, it's the neighbors' failure to be parents and parenting their own kids. It's close to everyone sucks here, but I don't think OP's the asshole. Your neighbors weren't listening to you. You delivered to them a formal warning that if they continued to come into your yard, that they would be trespassing and charges would be filed. Yeah, I'm going not the asshole here. Good discussion though. Good discussion. I love that shit. I love when we can get nitty gritty and we have like actual differences of opinions and we can like really dig down. I love that shit. I love it. Closing the giveaway. And now the winner for real. Alphabeth. Like we have to go with soup. I love food searches, baby. Soup. Hang on. Is soup even in this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. 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 The trigger warning is in the title, so if you do need to step away for this, I completely understand. Am I the whole for saying my sister needs to stop bringing up her miscarriage for attention? I cannot conceive of a context in which that would be okay to say. Okay, this is a doozy, so please strap in and bear with me. For context here, my sister is 30, I am 22. 10 years ago, my sister had a miscarriage. Obviously, it was devastating for her and the whole family, and it took her a couple of years to fully heal from it. We're still not 100% sure why it happened, but it was a one-off, and she's since had 3 very healthy, beautiful children, including a set of twins. So here's the thing. My sister and I don't really get along. She resented me as a kid because she thought mom left her dad to be with my dad. Never really grew out of that resentment, and she was pretty much my biggest bully throughout childhood and my teenage years. One thing she absolutely cannot stand is when mom and I do things without her, and when mom pays more attention to me than to her. When this happens, she calls mom and says she's feeling really upset about the miscarriage, and without fail, mom comes running. This includes a trip to Paris I took my mom on for her birthday earlier this year, which she cut short because sister said she needed her. Also includes when I had a manic episode so bad I was hospitalized, and sister managed to need mom every time she was planning to visit me, so she never did. Note, these times when mom is spending more time with me than her are only times sister brings up what happened, and certainly the only times she still gets so upset about it. So recently I was sick, like don't leave the bathroom for days, can only keep water down sick. Didn't manage to get the doctor, but I think it was norovirus. It lasted about a week. Mom was popping in daily on her way home from work to check on me and stuff. On the last day of being seriously unwell, when I felt I could eat again, mom offered to make me some soup while she was there, which I accepted. She was halfway through making it when my sister called her, saying she was upset about the miscarriage, and she told me I'd have to finish it myself because she had to go. I didn't say anything to mom, and I finished making the soup, but I sent my sister a text saying she really needs to stop bringing it up for attention because she can't bear me getting some instead. I guess she told mom and her dad because I'm hearing it from all sides what a horrible, insensitive, selfish bastard I am, and how dare I say that to her. I understand she may still be traumatized. I just think it's really weird how the trauma solely manifests whenever I'm getting attention and she isn't. Am I the whole? Yeah. Is the trauma of this miscarriage being weaponized? Likely so. Could you have brought it up in a much better way? Absolutely. It's messy as hell. Absolutely, yes. The logic behind saying it, I'd say no, but the way she said it was totally yes. Both seem to have bad sides. Yeah. I still think it's an everyone sucks here situation. Like, it's pretty apparent that the sister is weaponizing the trauma of this very awful situation, which in itself cheapens the experience that she herself had and that other people can also have. But also, I feel like you could have went about it a better way. If for no other reason, it gives your sister, who is already weaponizing this, more ammunition to weaponize this situation against you. Because literally she can just make herself the victim again. and turn everyone against you. Yeah, everyone needs therapy. I read a little bit ahead this time because I knew that it would go away. As soon as we realized what was happening, we erected a massive gate and forced the humans out. We love erecting massive things. Massive erections of as far as the eye can see. Oh, now you're gonna wait. Now you're gonna wait for me to have input to skip the fucking dialogue. Okay.